one Sabbath, we organize you guys, come up with the program, but we are going to leadership of the youths here and leadership of this other church, 1 or 2, 3 churches, come up with a program that you use. While you are doing the program for the church, it gives you an opportunity to interact with other churches. We can actually, then you guys see the pairs, and then at the end of it, or other things happening while you give us the sermon, under our watchful of the church. Wow, I'm just trying to suggest.
I just want to extend on that. In fact, with these premises that we have, a marquee can be put here, outside there. We, the older ones, we continue here. The young ones from the various churches have their own thing happening in there. Do it 2 or 3 times a year, starting from somewhere. See?
Isn't he already? So already he can facilitate some of these things. If we do it through the elders are they all listening? Then the elders can talk to the pastor can facilitate the youth ministries together, even starting with those that are just within his ministry.
Mwinga had spoke about in terms of creating a singing group. I'm sure there are young women and men that can sing, but they've never explored it. But if they create a group, if they're the ones that lead in praise worship, and they create a singing group, you know, this group, they love going where people are singing. So by them creating that, you find other people that hear of them actually come here. And then other people will invite them. And to be vice versa like that, you'll probably have more youth on a particular Sabbath. So it's something to think about. I'm sure you can sing, so you just need to explore it.
In fact, I challenge also the elders I've been picking on too long. Let me pick on a different elder. Oh, there are lots of them. Let's charge. So every time of your time. Let's charge MBI to get group from these guys. He wanted to do it with these guys. He failed. This Mali. Yes. And then it's the opportunity for them to go sing at City Church, at Terra, at other churches. And then what we're also talking about of interacting with others happens. Elder Mpiane and whoever else is running this one. So she doesn't want my suggestion of Elder Mpiane in there as well. Okay, that's fine. He's part of it, absolutely. Okay, I don't see any other hands. So maybe I can then take the last comment from the group.
Elders are willing to commit to whatever programs that they're coming up with. So that when you refuse the elders, the elders council, no elders in the church. There's a council of about 7 or 6. How many are you? That's where most of the youth program and youth ideas and the aspirations of the youth die, right? And I'm saying this as having served as an elder for youth, where I know the Adventist church, we don't usually tell the truth that at the vestry every time, Sabbath, an elder will come up, an elder without children, right? I have 2 children in the church and I'm an uncle to about 50 more. One elder says, no children story. Am I being recorded?
We have everything on record.
And one elder says, we're running out of time. There's no children's story today. You are children's elder, representing children. And then I just tell the elders, I'm going to grab my mic. If you just take that announcement, I'll grab the mic and do this story. Right? And I was viewed as problematic. Right? Children want to say, okay, let's start with Sabbath school. And then let's start with the lesson. What? And then we'll do it. And people will fight, right, over those things because the order of the day in the Adventist church is not even heavenly. It's not even biblical, right? So what I'm saying is they pretend here, the elders, to be listening to them. They come up with ideas as if they're going to support. But when it comes that we have a program this week, next week, or whatever, they're going to kill it, right? So we're saying, let them, the elders, have a commitment in front of these people to say, we are going to support you. right? And that commitment will be held to it, as elders say, but you promised that day. So, but we know that with a sense of shame, much that was changed, so we can just kill your program. But at least, you know, that commitment is needed rather than having a show saying we're going to support and stuff. And I'm sitting here listening. They have brilliant ideas. Those things have always been there, right? And some of the age we grew up in the church. We've never seen a youth leading a youth department in the church being paid for it. This is your SIT. This is your conference and stuff. People were leading the youth. Some of them, when I was a toddler, they were still in the youth, and still in the youth, today in the youth. And you guys have to see the church both as a spiritual and also as a financial project where you can be employed in. Some of them kept in the church because they're employed in the church, right? That's why they're stealing money. They're not spiritual enough, but they're still in the church. You are done. It's almost like this one, right? Where when you speak the truth, they want to silence you and say, that's politics. We are done. This is coming to you guys. Some of us have retired from the church, but this is coming to you guys. So I think the most thing that I'm bringing to tell the church commit to say no matter what until it.
And I think that's why, I saw your hand, that's why we are saying that we are going to sure they are in the right way, and we are then going to type them up. Whether they go into the YAMO, whether they go into the women ministry group, whether they go into church board, whether they go to elders, we have them noted somewhere that this is some of the these are some of the things that we
Professor saying there. I think one thing I have history on to my advantage. I've been here a time when actually a lot to a point where every Sabbath youth were given Vespers to do. There was a lot of support. It was the youth who squandered the support the church gave them. And you have to get to a point where the good thing about them is introspection. They do it a lot. They always ask themselves, where did we go? Where did we go? Where did we wrong? However, at times, the youth themselves do not do that. And it becomes the church's fault. They never ask themselves, where did we go wrong? How can the church trust again? You see, what you're told, oh, that is a program, that is a program, that is a program. What is it telling you? It tells you your child are not initiative programs. So if you come in here these programs, chances are the youth are going to someone who will okay, hey, this is how we start a program. This is how we make sure they keep on running. This is how we make sure you have longevity in your programs. Or else what's going to happen is, oh no, church has programs. We want to program. That's why we go there. That's why we go there. Initiative, funny enough, is one of the two things in lies about this. Get into the workplace and doesn't take it. I work under pressure. When the pressure comes, they crumble. It's the same thing. Initiative is something that's clearly amongst human beings. Actually, the people who are at the top, they actually show signs of psychosis because it takes a person who swims upstream and is afraid to take initiative. They continue doing that. And the church will say, oh, hey, listen, we can give you that support. In fact, quite a number of the ideas came from the adults. The funny part about after you even told us to give us the ideas, and we came with the ideas. But the thing is, we also have to ask ourselves, wait a minute, not ourselves, I think youth also have to ask ourselves, I think the fair thing to the church is, where is you going wrong? Because the easy part, the one reason why I love the Pathfinder ministry so much, is the moment you say, this is what we're going to do, and the parents see you're serious, the parents will support, and the church will support. And with the youth, history has shown Lyttelton was willing to support, but they were wanted that support. They also have to ask themselves, could have been better. I'm going to accept it. Good hill battle. Me try to convince these guys who at one time did give that support. I'm convinced that, hey, listen, I'm worth the investment. That is a fair thing. That's the reason why I say that I'm going to preface when someone leaves the church, their salvation is still their responsibility, not churches. Right? Just as the church does bear some responsibility when you're the cause of someone leaving the church. However, when you stand before God, the Lord says, still, I saved you. It wasn't the church. And the same case, the church will say, we can do this, yes, we can do that. And maybe the professor is correct there, that maybe we need to get a proper commitment. However, in the real world as well, if I once invested, we did not lose that investment, why must I invest again?
Actually, I've got a challenge with what I said. You guys show up with and I'm support because of what the youth did. How much do you know it was? So ask what did we do wrong? What? That's the challenge I have because I can say what happened. Okay, I think our youth about 10 years ago. I can't that, because now I'm seeing the pains of what other youth did, but they are not here. They're all not here. I can't even ask what people that I can.
So, if I may interject, sorry, the finders went through the same period, right? Went through the same period where we even point to path of the moment and to start it. and we had convinced parents, listen, this thing still works. That's the thing. As much as we would like to say that, hey, it wasn't, however, there's who it does actually work, and you have convinced them.
I want to now move. I see these two hands. Maybe they will be the last of this round. I want to move to the last round where our youth just recommend to now start doing or to do more of, particularly for yourselves, but it could also be, as Auntie said, for the ones that dictate and have left. How do we salvage them? So 1 or 2 to do items. And I'm aware that at the end, the church might pick 1, 2, 4, but in those 4, the church or the ship then commit, we might not do everything, but these 4, we are committing to them. Then next year, maybe we'll take another 4 or 3. And I would like you to think of that until 2 ends in
to come in defense of the youth in this manner, it's easier to sit adventure because those are children, they totally depend on parents. And the other thing that makes parents drawn to that uniform, and the other thing is when they come here, they seem to a place of where they are babysitted. And not only that, they learn because if you look at the adventurer module, it is with the school curriculum because we teach how to color, all those beautiful things, so that we can go to the different grade school. The kid is not totally mind. Even if parents say, my kid used to try, the kid is trying to identify, the kid is able to talk or speak or do certain things. However, with the youth, because they ask difficult questions, because they challenge as parents, and because I still look and see NCV as babies, however, they're not babies. And they start telling me that, oh, your baby is gone, with young, and I probably, or as a parent, because I still want a baby, but he's telling me he's not a baby. And he's got these different questions asking me. And because of the church, sometimes we are quick to read, to bring a spirit of prophecy. However, if we read these books, and we bring these books and we interpret these books to these kids, we will our kids in this. Because even the SOP, they tell about holiday. It is not just in the range to celebrate holiday, but how to teach my kids how to celebrate or commemorate penny. Because I'm Junstein, they are to be resentful or tearful. But there was a way. So the parents to standing, our kids are grown and they are gone. And however, the world doesn't stop continuing. However, if we don't teach them, if we are not willing to open up to them and to teach them how to celebrate different holidays, how to date, how to dress up, how to go to ride, to do banquets, whatever, the world's going to teach them. And that's what we are to cry. That's what we're crying about.
There was a time that Nalambi ran a program online. I don't know if you still remember. A program online of the youth of hey, he helped me. God did not know how to tell my daughter how to, things about dating and having babies. But Elder Nalambi just said it straight as it is. I just came in and said, well, if you understand anything from Elder Nalambi's discussions, I can just elaborate, but he already covered it. But it is like I said, we are afraid, or it is not in our culture to then start saying to her, there's this dating when you are at this age, when you go and, we play with the boys, you might have a child and all of these things. It's not our culture. But as I said, we need the likes of those programs that we can rely and depend on.
One of the points I want to say now, maybe because of passage of time, I'll just choose one, is how can we make use of the guys? I think of the view, we don't get jackets to look good. I'm not up to this, take it kindly. I want it to be of use to the church so that we look at Brother Tasker, because you have been running these things, to say, if it's something to coordinate for 3 churches to be coming maybe every quarter, can we, together with the leadership and master guides, to drill the program together and then make it a guide for this area? You two guys can help us. And then in this area of the youth come having, how do you call it, a night go out at this overnight or end. Can this master guide, why I'm saying master guide? I think been drilled to a little bit of some material that can benefit the. What I'm trying to say is, we want to benefit at the time of your church, so that we attach certain. If you cloud all these 8 points to one individual, it's going to be difficult. But maybe the best you can say is this master guide, under YAMO, can we help this one? Under this one, can help this one. Under this one, help this one. As a way of practicing and being of use to church. I'm just throwing in things. Please take it.
Okay, this is one of the reasons why sometimes I should give us suggestions on what to do. Because I'm going to be honest, The youth, ambassadors, and young adults not want to be part of Pathfinders and Adventurers. So we don't want master guides. In fact, for us, there's something called senior youth leadership that we can do. It's almost like master guide, but for youth, not for Pathfinders and Adventurers. So we need something on the youth side. See, the thing about the church being family orientated, we are going back Adventurers and Pathfinders. They're putting a footprint. The moment you involve master guides, the Adventurers must come along, and then youth is out.
We are not Pathfinders and Adventurers. That's what she has just said. We are not. Please stop confusing us with Pathfinders and Adventurers.
I think I'd made a suggestion earlier on to say, actually, as parents are to support, it's up to you to test what to do and come up with your own programs, because we would suggest for you and you tell us that this is not working for us. I think the best is ambassadors. Tell us what you want, exciting programs that you want, all the things that you want to make you going, please.
Amen. Amen. So let me start that side with you, sister. What to show things that I think we can benefit from. It's something that we can change as a church, we can pick up and do.
Okay, I have crazy ideas.